AnimeSecrets.org, the answer to all your burning questions.
Hey guys, it's Rizwan from Anime Declassified. It has been far too long since our last actual podcast. I know we had a Akon special with J. Michael Tatum, but that wasn't with the core group. That was with our reporters at Akon. So we're back after like what 6 months now, I guess.
I don't even know how long it's been.
It's been a while. For that I apologize, but things have been extremely hectic, I guess, for all of us. Plus, we started like two other podcasts in that time for Toku Secrets and E3 Cast, which may actually turn into something more than E3 Cast. We'll let you know. Anyway, tonight I am joined by Nathan from Toku Secrets, Anthony from Toku Secrets,
What's up?
Frankie from Otaku Sentai Digi Ranger, and
Hello.
Kara, who is just awesome in everything we do.
Yes, I'm also on the other anime declassified episodes and in the E3 cast. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm everywhere.
Anthony and Kara are like in every single podcast we have, I think, except Kara's not in Toku Secrets.
No, I'm not in those.
So,
Pretty much.
if you couldn't tell from the title of the YouTube link or the podcast, wherever you happen to find this episode, or
Anthony.
the photo attached
Yo.
with it,
Anthony, please.
yeah, you're making a lot of noise.
Sorry. Trying
Anthony,
to move around.
Anthony, stop, Anthony.
Stop, Anthony! Stop being things. So, if you couldn't tell from our title and the photo on the attached to the podcast, we're talking about a new property, well, a return of an old property in the form of a new season. Actually, you know what, Frankie, you're the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan we have here, so why don't you talk about this?
Thank you.
What
he's
an
like-
what an honor. What an
And
honor.
he's like, I wonder how long it would take you to get to like just say, Frankie, just take it away.
Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I was waiting for.
Can I at least talk about the who's the opening? Who sings the opening? Or
we'll get there.
okay,
Anthony's excited. This
Show
is
we are
new.
About is if you can't tell by the title of the video, there's probably a picture here somewhere. It's
Like I just said.
Dragon Ball Super, which is the first Dragon Ball produced show in about 17 years.
yeah.
And it's bouncing off the success of the movies Dragon Ball Z Battle of God, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, and the Return of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Kai. Unlike Dragon Ball GT, which was an abysmal failure that we're not going to get into, the show is supervised by series creator Akira Toriyama, which he had nothing to do with GT except for the title. I think the initial designs for Goku, Trunks, and Pan. If he
Pretty
did more,
much.
I think
I don't
he
know.
was. I think he was a small producer on it, but he did not have anything to do with the story or anything like that. He was just he was
Yeah.
supervising basically, but not really doing much. His hands weren't really in it.
From the interviews I read back in the day when Dragon Ball Z was just becoming huge in America, Toriyama actually said in some interview that he didn't want anything to do with GT. He actually wanted to stop the Dragon Ball franchise at the Cell Saga, but he
wanted to stop the Dragon Ball franchise so many times.
And
Yeah, but that's the most, in my opinion, the most notable time where he wanted to stop it, because he literally forced himself to do Boo, and then they wanted more. He's like, I'm not doing any more. Here's some basic stuff.
And then 17 years later, here's Dragon Ball Super.
Super.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden he's back, and we're like, oh, yay.
Well, even during when they were like producing Battle of Gods, he was basically saying, "I don't see any promise of like an new anime series at this time." But obviously, he changed his mind quick, seeing how popular Battle of Gods became.
And probably, a lot of it probably had to do also with the success of Resurrection of Frieza, too.
Dude, money talks,
And the
okay?
popularity of
Yeah. Pretty much.
Now,
People vote with their wallets, and I guess they want
Exactly.
more Dragon Ball.
I think before we...
I mean, if you think about it, Goku in Japan, he's like freaking Mickey Mouse. Everybody knows who Goku is.
He has
That's
his
not
own
Pikachu?
day for himself. Goku Day. I mean, what's that?
That's not
say?
Pikachu? That's the Mickey Mouse of Japan? I think that's Pikachu.
I think Pikachu gets that title because Pikachu is their freaking
Pikachu is
mascot for soccer. So
yeah.
Frank, before we get into like the actual Dragon Ball Z review, real quick, can you each of y'all talk about your how much the Dragon Ball Z fan you are? What level of it what have you seen and all that?
I've seen everything.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, Anthony, just talk.
Basically, when I first watched it, it was on Toonami, of course. Watched pretty much every season. Like I really didn't miss anything. Well, I would say that I watched Dragon Ball Z before I watched Dragon Ball. That's like that.
Most Americans.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I ended up watching Dragon Ball like later on when it came on Toonami like later time. I was like, okay, so this is how everything was when they were younger, and it wasn't that bad. Like the stuff didn't get me excited until like they got to the King Piccolo stuff. That's when stuff really started to happen. And the King Piccolo stuff. Yeah. Um. Yeah, and I even watched GT like, but it didn't really interest me that much. The only thing that was good about GT was the Super Saiyan 4 stuff.
And
Yeah.
It's a little.
And other than that, like I have a figure art of Goku somewhere around here. I won't bring it out, but I'll probably do like
I
a
remember the
review of
first
it
episode of
sometime.
Dragon Ball Z I ever saw. I was living on Long Island at the time. I was at my mom's cousin's house, which technically makes her my cousin too, but whatever. Her son was watching it, and it was the episode where Goku had finally got back to Earth to save everybody from Nappa. That was the first episode I saw.
Oh.
And I had no fucking clue what was going on. But I stuck with it because, like, oh, that guy looks cool. They're shooting energy blast, and well, okay. But I'll be
awesome.
completely honest with. Oh, bleep that out. Anyway,
Language.
Language.
okay, Captain America. I'm gonna be. This is gonna sound strange to all of you. I was Dragon Ball Z dead for about 6 years.
Jesus.
I didn't really get back into it until one day, it was, I think, in 2012, where
Really?
I was like, I asked my grandparents to buy me Dragon Ball Z Kai on Blu-ray as a birthday present. And boom.
he's back.
Exactly what happened. And I'm like Anthony too. I watched it on Toonami. I watched Dragon Ball Toonami. I could not do GT. I couldn't do it. Even as a 10-year-old, I could not do GT.
Did you ever finish ZT?
I have as of recently.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I wanted to kill myself while I was watching it. But now
why continue?
because I had to do it. It's like buying all the Batman movies, even though you don't want to buy Batman and Robin, you know you have to.
Just
Oh my god.
do it.
Exactly.
Like, God. We're gonna silence
So now I have all the DVDs. I have Dragon Ball Kai on Blu-ray. I have all the movies, including Battle of Gods.
That's crazy.
I have all the video games, and I have like 2 model kits of Goku and 2 figure arts of Goku.
Okay.
And I have a set of Dragon Balls.
TLDR, Frankie's probably the biggest Dragon Ball Z nerd I know personally.
Yes. I think I can see now the extent.
I'm finally starting to collect the manga. I have 1 chapter of the manga. I need to get more.
All right, Kara.
Who's next?
All right. I was also introduced to Dragon Ball Z on Toonami when I was a kid. I think I was watching around the Frieza saga, so that was when I first jumped in, and I just started watching them haphazardly on Toonami since then at my grandma's house whenever I could get over there to watch cable. She lived next door to me, so it was pretty easy to just go over to her house and watch TV whenever I wanted. But so I got into Dragon Ball Z then. I've kind of been in a Dragon Ball desert for a long time, but I'm still a fan of the series. I bought Battle of Gods on Blu-ray. I really, really liked it. I don't consider GT canon. I haven't watched GT aside from like episode 1 and 2 on. Remember those Game Boy Advance cartridges that had like the videos on them?
Oh yeah, I do remember those.
My aunt bought me one for Christmas, and it was Dragon Ball GT. And remember, you couldn't like put them into the adapter for like the GameCube or whatever. Like you couldn't watch it on a TV for some reason. I thought that was like the stupidest thing ever. But I had one of those, so I watched episode 1 and 2. Didn't like it at all. I thought it was really stupid. I watched it on my Game Boy.
It was horrible.
I had no idea you could do that with a Game Boy Color, actually.
No,
No,
Game
it
Boy
was-
Advance.
It was Game Boy Advance. It was
Oh,
the
that's
last
why I
Game
don't
Boy.
have it.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. I had episode 1 and 2 on one of those little cartridges, and they would not let you plug them into the GameCube to watch it on the TV. It said not allowed. It would like recognize it. It was like, why can't I watch this on a TV? Why do I have to watch it on this little screen?
That's surprising me. I never knew it was a thing, but then I
Yeah.
stopped Game Boys at Game Boy Color until DS came out.
My aunt bought it for me for Christmas. She's like, you like anime right here. It's like, okay, this is really stupid.
Okay, CT for you.
And I really
One
like
thing
the
that's
manga,
funny.
so and I think my last memory of reading Dragon Ball was actually one of the last issues of Shonen Jump in America before they went digital and did all that stupid stuff. It was one of the last issues, and it was the finale of Dragon Ball Z manga. And I remember being so excited reading it, and one of the last Shonen Jumps to be printed, and just enjoying myself so much in the finale and like loving it so much. Like I love Dragon Ball Z. It's hard to like watch all the episodes like at a time and just like go through it all. And I think I'm just gonna like before I go and watch Resurrection F in theaters, just binge the manga, just binge it until it comes out, because I really do need to get back into it. But I love Dragon Ball Z. It's always been one of my favorites, so I'm excited that this new season is out. Yay!
Before we get into Super, there's something I'm
We need
actually.
to talk. We need to let Nathan talk.
Yes, Nathan, come on.
Oh, Nathan, I forgot you were here, man.
Wow.
What? A,
That's so mean.
I'm
I
sorry.
haven't saying much, so it's no big deal. But as for me, I was like on and off with it as a kid. I had a friend like that lived next door to me that enjoyed the series, and I watched it with him a lot, and I got into it. Like I got into watching Dragon Ball Z. I remember watching a few episodes of the Frieza saga as well. But I think it's kind of safe to say that right now I am just like right now getting into it. I think I might watch Kai after what Frankie told me. So yeah, I'm relatively new to it, but I know the basic gist of the story, and I know all the basic characters. So I'm kind of a guy who watched it as a kid, got the basic gist of it, and is now kind of getting into it a bit more.
yay! And as for myself, I actually got onto Dragon Ball Z train on day one, which seems to happen to me more often than not for things I love nowadays.
Having Power Rangers, too.
Yeah. But I watched episode 1 of Dragon Ball Z back when Toonami had first aired it, and I was really confused. I was like, who are these people? What is this? Did I miss an episode or two? And then I found out like a few months later that yes, indeed, I had missed an entire like series.
You missed the whole show.
So that saves me. I'm like who?
Not just a couple episodes, an entire
Yeah,
show.
like you guys are saying like, oh, I jumped into Frieza saga, I jumped into Nappa saga. I jumped in on day 1, but I still missed like an entire show. So
But
don't feel bad.
that was like the funny thing about like watching anime back then was we didn't have streaming services. We barely had like it on TV in America. So you had to either like resort to the early days of broadband internet of like going on YouTube or like illegal streaming
There
sites
was
and
no
things like
broadband
that.
internet when Dragon Ball Z came out, by the way.
I know, but
It was all dial-up.
But you know
Trust
what
me, I
I
know.
mean. There was like
Dial-up back
it was
in
a,
the
it was a lot harder to access anime shows than it is now for our younger viewers. And I actually have friends that have gone even before my time where they're buying VHS tapes in a back alley. So
Yeah.
Really?
Actually,
that just shows how far things have
a
come. And
little.
Like, yo, you got get the
it's
Dragon Ball Z? You get the Dragon Ball Z
it's
for me?
it's kind of funny that like Rizwan said, he didn't know that there was a previous series, and that happened a lot when things got localized in America. Some things were skipped or left out or censored and things like that. So it's really easy to get into a show like right in the middle, or like just not even knowing another series exists in the same like franchise than at that time. So I just think it's kind of funny that that happened to
You guys
Rizwan as
remember
well.
I
So
remember
real.
back when it
Oh,
was on Toonami, and they kept rerunning the first few episodes over and over again
Oh
for
my
like.
gosh.
they did
Yeah.
that. Okay, they started doing that around a point where
No, they
they're
did
on
it.
Namek.
Goku beat the shit out of the Ginyu Force. I did it again. Beat the
It's
crap out
okay.
of the Ginyu Force.
He beat the Guinea Force senselessly a couple of times before they got to like the new stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They did
Over and
that for a
over again.
lot of shows. They did that for a
2 years.
lot of shows. It's
yeah.
I remember seeing some episodes of Sailor Moon over and over again because they would not proceed, or they would like air the shows in like weird what's the word? Weird uh order, like, they would release them out of order sometimes or show them out of order. It's just like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
It's chronologically before another episode, and
Yeah.
it's just yeah.
So real quick fun facts. Anime Secrets is actually founded off the idea of an earlier website I had before Anime Secrets came into being, called the Dragon Ball Z Palace, which is the entire reason a lot of the stuff that we have now, like Anime Secrets, the YouTube channel, is all because I started like this one fan site for Dragon Ball Z back in the day. So that was my level
So
of
all this
commitment to.
branched off of Dragon Ball Z is what you're
Pretty
trying
much.
But if
Wow.
you think about it, like in every anime fan's heart, at least our age, it all branched off from either Dragon Ball or Sailor Moon or an anime like that that was first like brought
But
over
even
to
to an extent,
America.
maybe Pokemon, because Pokemon was huge back then.
Well,
Yes.
okay, for me, it was actually Voltron and Robotech that got me into the entire anime world. And
Yeah,
Well,
Speed Racer.
you're a little bit older than us, aren't you?
but even I've seen Voltron too,
OG san.
Dude, them the OC days.
right?
But anyway, I think we spent way more time than we should have on the retrospective.
Yeah,
So
but you know
let's.
what? It just gets so nostalgic. You just have to
It
like.
does.
got a
You can't help
point.
but
Like
keep
I
talking.
really want to start watching like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z again in honor of Super, but that's a talk for later on today. Frankie.
All right, so now we're actually going to talk about the first episode of Dragon Ball Super.
Thank you for sticking around for so
timeline-
long.
18 minutes.
Oh,
Timeline-wise, this takes place after the Majin Buu saga, but before the events of the film Battle of Gods.
Yes.
At least right now.
Yes. I think chronologically the first arc is going to be leading up to Beerus, and then it's going to be the Battle of Gods will be in the middle of that timeline, and then they're going to start again after Beerus and up until Resurrection F, and then after that, who knows what's going to happen. But yeah,
After
that's
that, apparently, we'll get into theories after we do the episode plot.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the timeline currently. That's the plan that they're going through for the whole anime. It's leading up to Beerus and after Beerus, in between Resurrection F.
Battle of Gods and Fugatsu no F. Yeah. So if I want to talk about the theme song because I don't like it.
I'll talk about the theme song.
Okay.
Alrighty. So the title of the opening is called Chozetsu Dynamic, and it's by Kazuya Yoshi. Now, this opening, the visuals are nice to look at. It's just that the song didn't really feel like a Dragon Ball song. You know what I mean? Like it kind of felt like it should be in another anime, like Naruto or something. You know?
You know what? I'm just
At least
gonna
after my
butt
sister when she saw it.
I'm just gonna butt in here and say that I actually really liked the song, and
It's
I liked
catchy.
I liked the energy of it, and it kind of like, to me it sounds like, that they're trying to bring in a new era of Dragon Ball. Like they're going to bring back some of the characters from the past, yes, but I think they're trying to bring in a new audience and bring in a new era. So that's why they're trying to change things up a little bit theme wise.
Yeah.
So that's why I really like it, because to me it means a new beginning, and I just love the energy of it, like getting you hyped up for a high energy anime.
But
So
I like Dragon Ball. Like last opening we had for Dragon Ball Z Kai. That was a little bit more
Oh,
energetic.
Kuzen Setsuko.
Yeah, Ghost is no go.
I don't know, I liked it. I didn't think it was
I mean, I'm
bad.
sure it'll grow
It
on
wasn't the
as
best,
the
but it wasn't
show.
bad.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll grow on me as the show continues on with its run, but
And there.
as of now,
Go ahead.
I didn't really mind the opening as much, but then I was really indifferent towards it.
It was decent.
Yeah.
I liked it. It had a nice amount of energy, and the animation on it was really good.
Like it's catchy, but it's not. Like,
Amazing.
and it didn't feel like a Dragon Ball song. You know what I mean? Like it just felt like just an opening for something else. They could have used that for something else, and it would have fit perfectly.
all right.
And
So
oh, wait, first I need to talk about the ending too. The ending is it's "Hello, Hello, Hello" by Good Morning
Hello.
America, and actually funny thing, they actually sung the ending to the first ending for Dragon Ball Z Kai of the Majin Buu saga.
did they really?
Yeah,
And just so I can.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
I thought that. I mean, like as a person who's coming into Dragon Ball Z, I can say that I guess I liked the opening, but I mean, I probably don't hate it as much as Frankie does. But yeah, it seemed okay to me. I can say that.
Nothing's ever gonna beat Shala Head Shala. That's all I'm saying. All right, so the actual plot of the episode, unless you guys want to keep talking about the ending song, and
No. We can talk about the plot now. It's plot time.
starts off with, if you've seen that short Yo's son Goku and his friends return, starts off kind of like that, where Goku's like a ranch farmer.
Mm-hmm.
And a terrible one at that.
he's
Yeah.
terrible.
So terrible. Oh my god.
Because
I would've-
he's like,
I would've
I'd rather
fired it.
be on King Kai's planet training. Goten ends up showing up, and Goten gets into some shenanigans. Because he's Goten.
Well, Goten drops him off some lunch, and Goku's eating while Goten drives the tractor. And
He drives off a cliff. Goku saves the tractor.
Who has a farm on a cliff, though? That's just a
how
terrible
does
place
it
to have
grow
a farm.
Why would you
What?
let your son drive a tractor? I mean,
okay, you have to remember though, this is a kid capable of going Super Saiyan 1 on his own and Super Saiyan 3 when he's fused with his best friend.
And
Yeah.
also, Goku's not the most intelligent person in the world.
Yeah, Goku's
Goku
kind of
is
stupid.
kind of a bad father.
At least
I love him as a character,
but he's not always there.
You'll see more of this discussing when we get to the ending.
Yeah.
yeah.
um,
Anywho, we see what's going on in the lives of some other characters, like Mr. Satan is being interviewed because he's the savior of the universe. Then Boo interrupts his interview because he was hungry.
Hungry.
I'm
hungry.
Did he
Healthy.
give Boo a back massage? It was very strange.
Wait, what?
I've never liked Mr. Satan, and I never will.
It is a weird pairing having Mr. Satan and Boo together, though. That just seems like a recipe for
Right.
disaster. Or like
Well, if you go back and watch the stuff that happened in the Buu saga, you would find out that their friendship is,
Oh yeah, their friendship was a huge part of the Boo saga, actually.
Like, for me,
But-
I don't remember if watching the entire Boo saga, or if I did watch it all, I blocked it out because I didn't like Boo. So, for me, it's kind of like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Then why are you watching Dragon Ball
What's
Super?
What's really funny is that like a dog brings them together. Is the ironic part. Is the coolest part.
Yeah, it's because of a dog.
Oh yeah, I
It's a
remember
dog.
that.
He still has the dog too.
He says dog. Yeah.
Then we cut. It's Gohan with Videl, and Gohan's not training really anymore. He's studying now, and he lives with Videl.
And Mr. Piccolo stare.
Piccolo just gives him this evil
Like-
stare.
Like Gohan
you
and
have
Videl are just like
fatal
walking on the
fate.
street.
He's like nerd.
Gohan and yeah, they're just walking on the street. Piccolo's like on this building, watching them from a distance.
I know he wants to say that, but
And he's like, Piccolo's so disappointed. Like when I saw that scene, I actually had this montage in my head of Gohan and Piccolo from like the early days of Raditz, all the way until like after the Buu saga, like just all the crap they've gone through, all the training, all the hyperbolic time saber times, everything. And Piccolo's just like, after all of that, you two studying over fighting.
I want to.
Support.
I'm gonna throw you over a cliff again. I'm throw against a mountain
Throw you
again.
through the cliff again.
How does that even work?
I meant throw him through the mountain like he did in like one early episode of Dragon Ball Z.
And he headbutts the mountain and destroys it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my god.
See,
then
he still has
Goku
his ass.
and Trunks get into some shenanigans to find Videl a present, and some old man tells him about this hot spring. So they go get some water, and Trunks beats the crap out of a snake.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was awesome.
I just find it so funny that like in the Dragon Ball universe, there's all these things like giant snakes and stuff, but then the couple at the jewelry store gets scared because they see two kids levitating.
Because these two little kids are
It's
flying.
Yeah.
we have dinosaurs and we have like stuff like that. But two kids flying. Oh my god, that's so
Dinosaurs,
amazing.
talking dogs.
Guys, we have just confirmed something here. We have confirmed that Dragon Ball Z takes place after Jurassic Park takes over the world. Illuminati,
Yes.
Illuminati confirmed for 2015.
Illuminati confirmed for Dragon
I
Ball.
always thought that whole dinosaur thing was because of the briefs. I always assumed that the briefs just revitalized dinosaurs or something. That's why I always assumed.
I'm
That's actually not a bad
convinced that
assumption.
it's probably either that or just I don't know. Someone made a wish on the Dragon Balls for dinosaurs to come back to life.
Wait. They wished for dragons, but the closest Senran could do is give them dinosaurs.
Yes, that's
Wow,
what happened.
Basically.
awesome.
Anyway, so what they end up doing is they give Videl this water, and Videl is being nice, and she's like, "Oh, I made my skin all clear."
And it was
And
like,
then it's Goten. It's like Goten was telling Goku all this. Goku's like, "Good job, kid."
you did
And
good.
then Hercule shows up, or Mr. Satan, whatever you want to call him. He's like, Goku, I was given this giant amount of money for saving the universe, even though you destroyed Majin Buu, so here's the money.
That's actually a nice.
And Goku's
gesture,
all like,
just to-
I can't take this money, it's too much. And he's like,
And then Goten's
No.
like, if you take it, Mama let you go train on King Kai's planet.
and Goku's like,
I'll
alright.
take it.
All right.
And
Uh.
the award for Best Father in Dragon Ball Z goes to Tsitsi.
And Master Roshi made a return for 2
Dude,
seconds.
Master Roshi appeared out of nowhere like, Goku, I heard you got money, let's go buy some porn.
Oh, we skipped something huge.
Beerus?
Exactly.
Fierce
I was gonna
blow
talk
power
about that
planet.
again.
Let's talk about this. That whole scene where he was like eating at that alien planet, that happened way differently in the manga. By the way,
Did it?
yes, it did. Because what happened
Here,
was
they're feeding him. They're feeding him. They're feeding him stuff. It's like it's
Yeah.
delicious, but it's too greasy, so it blows up half of the planet.
And only
This-
half because it was greasy. If it were like badly done, he would have blown up the
Yeah,
entire planet.
like okay. Here's how it really happened in the manga. In the manga, they were like trying to appease him, like eating the food or whatever. But he actually recognized they were trying to kill him with poison. That's why you kind of saw the stuff look kind of purple and whatnot. So he says, "I'm just gonna blow the planet up, because Trev failed to kill me."
And then Anthony goes quiet because little sister's entered her room. I think.
Sorry.
And
All right, so point is, in the show, he blew it up because it was too greasy, because that's how he's like in the movies. In the manga, he blew up the planet because they were trying to poison him. Yeah, so.
And
Okay,
they
the
failed.
reason in the manga is more understandable, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know anything about the character of Beerus, that's not out of his character to blow it
No,
up
it's
because he
not.
didn't like something.
Like half
Yeah.
the
No, that's
planet.
totally legit, though.
Beerus
Yeah, but
is
that's
pretty
just Beerus.
spoiled.
That's what he does.
Beerus is pretty spoiled.
He's an
Beerus is a
Egyptian
brat.
cat.
One thing that I'm kind of confused on is in Battle of Gods, Beerus wakes up and says, "I sense a great power," and he goes to find Goku, find the Super Saiyan God. But in Super, he's already awake and he's like
Yeah, I was
eating
confused by that,
stuff
too.
and like blowing planets up. It's like, shouldn't Beerus be asleep technically because it's before Battle of Gods?
He could have stopped there on his way to Earth or something. I don't know.
I mean, he could have taken
That's a little
I think he was
weird.
like messing around before he decided to go ahead and leave. I think he was just like trying to.
It's a weird like timeline like consistency thing. It's just like the small thing that like I'm just like curious about.
Well,
they really should have just made the series after Resurrection F. That would have made more sense.
no, they said made it after Battle of Gods, if anything.
Yes, I think they should have just made it after Battle of Gods, and because it's stuff like that where like there's some things that do not line up from the series to the show, like not the show, movie, like Beerus being awake and not asleep. Because in the movie, Beerus has been asleep for like 80 years, like around that time.
It was 39. It was 39.
Oh, it was 39. I don't know where I got the number 80.
39. They're all the
He
same
was
thing.
he was asleep for a long time, so
He was And here he's awake. I don't know. Maybe he might have just stopped there on his way to Earth. I don't know.
So, if that's the case, then does that mean that the entirety of Super until then is just Beerus flying to different planets until he gets to Earth? Because that's kind of lame.
Yeah, he was looking for Goku. He wasn't going to Earth. He was looking for Goku.
yeah.
But if he's so powerful, then why didn't he not know just to go to Earth?
Because he wanted food.
So, what you're saying is possibly in the next episode or two, Beerus will be on Earth.
So they're basically reenacting Vegeta and Nappa coming to Earth.
Yeah.
But with Beerus
Like,
and
they're
the...
coming.
Oh my god, they already started doing the 10 episodes waiting thing.
Like,
At the end of the episode
Beerus
is like the first scene for Battle of Gods, where it's Supreme Kai and Old Kai talking about Beerus being up.
And we see Goku in like his little
yeah, it is, isn't it?
tracksuit trying to train with King Kai.
Yeah.
Okay, was Goku training up there at the same time that this all happened?
Yes.
In Battle of Gods? I don't remember.
Battle of Gods, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it may just be
Yeah,
that
it
in
was.
2 episodes from now we'll have Battle of Gods plot.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because
Okay.
I know episode 2 is all Vegeta focused.
Yeah.
Because in Battle of Gods, Gohan and Vidal weren't married yet, were they? Or were they? I know Vidal was
they're
pregnant.
They're getting married.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a baby out of wedlock.
Again, we don't know how long Goku was on King Kai's planet for. He could be there for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we could just have a
judging,
time skip in 2 episodes.
judging from Goku's personality, I think it's a safe bet to say he's there for like 2-3 years, and I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, he was up there for a while.
But Goten and Trunks' ages are pretty much the same in Battle of Gods as they are in
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Super.
granted, you can go back to Dragon Ball, and Goku didn't age much from 12 to 15. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's the Saiyan scenes as well at work here.
So
Yeah.
young.
Mm-mm.
Can we just talk for a second about like how weird Goku and Gohan's voices are? I'm not used to the Japanese dub, really.
That's one thing that
This
will
is
never
one of
change.
the few animes where I actually prefer the dub over the original Japanese version.
Yeah.
I heard the argument earlier. It's partly because Goku sounds way more manly in the Japanese than he does in the American than he does in the Japanese.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, the
Well,
problem
actually-
with the Japanese version is this woman has been voicing Goku since he was a little kid in Dragon
Yeah.
Ball.
Basically, what is that like Akira Toriyama basically when he was like creating the characters for Dragon Ball, he always pictured that woman playing as Goku, like like I have had this woman play as Goku, like no one else can play hers but him or her.
I like it when female people like voice male characters in anime. But for me, it just doesn't fit for Goku at all.
The
And
problem is, it worked for young Goku,
Yeah.
yeah,
but Dragon Ball Z Goku,
And plus that he's also voicing both Goten and Gohan as well.
and Bardock, but
And
Bardock's
Bardock.
not here, so
Well, yet.
Bardock's dead. He's never gonna be here.
and then a question that my husband wants to know is where is Oob?
He hasn't come in yet until years later.
Yeah, Oop doesn't exist yet.
Okay.
But
He's
Uber
not
existed
even,
in
he's not even
GT.
born yet. He's not even born yet. No, he is in Dragon Ball. He's in Dragon Ball Z storyline. It's just
He's
that
in Dragon Ball Z.
he just
He's-
won't appear into the end.
He's
of-
in the finale, but he doesn't even appear in Battle of Gods, and I hear rumors that he's not even in Resurrection F. So
Yeah,
He's
because
not in Resurrection. But
Frankie's
both
already
these
seen
take-
Resurrection
both those movies take place before the ending of Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, because the end of Dragon Ball Z doesn't start till like maybe I'll say maybe 8 years from now.
Okay.
It's a 10-year jump.
10-year jump, yeah.
because in the finale of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan and Vidal's kid is like 4 years
Yeah,
old. So
How-
Vidal's
I don't
not
remember
even
how old
pregnant.
she, like she wasn't
She
even
had
born.
just
Yeah.
gotten pregnant in Battle of
Yeah.
Gods.
If you see Pan, then you'll know that Oo's probably not too far behind.
She's in Resurrection F, but she's like a month old at most.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Then Oob should
Yeah.
probably be like maybe what?
Not far behind.
Not far behind.
Yeah.
Oob will probably be around in some point in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Hmm.
At some
So,
point.
given we've covered most of the story and the music and all that, I want to raise a concern I have with the direction I'm seeing Super going in right now.
What's going on?
I feel like Super is great. I love what I saw episode 1, and I love what I see in the Battle of Gods, and I'm hoping Resurrection of F is the same thing for me. However, I am concerned that the plot of Super is basing itself too much on the movies, and that this should have all been done after Resurrection No F.
I'm
Yeah,
a little
see,
concerned about that
I-
too, especially since like I voiced the question of like why is Beerus awake and that sort of thing.
I'm not even
but-
worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the inconsistencies. What I'm worried about is that, okay, we had a Saiyan saga, a Frieza saga, a Cell saga. We
And a
don't
Buu
really
saga.
have like whatever, but
It doesn't have his own saga. Like
it doesn't have. There's like
he's
no
goofy.
real saga, like a thing
It's-
happening for like 20, 30 episodes or something.
It's the setup saga.
You got the Beerus saga. The Beerus saga, which is the Battle of Gods movie. You got the Resurrection of Frieza saga, which
Right,
is
but
got no F.
okay, but assuming I'm correct in saying that we're gonna have the Battle of God saga like right now, and like 2 episodes from now, maybe we'll have like what 10 episodes at the most, if even, maybe like 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got no F. Well, see, the thing about that too is they don't need to worry about filler because the manga is based on the show rather than the show being based on the manga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
That's good.
but I mean, it just
See,
seems like
what
they
I'm-
need like their own unique villains that are not part of the movie thing.
see,
tie
we
them
will
over.
get we're the thing is they've already confirmed there will be one after they get through the Golden Frieza thing
Oh really?
Yeah.
with Champa. Yeah, with Champa.
See, I don't know who that is really. So, and don't tell me. I don't want to hear it.
I want to be surprised
Look,
too.
Nobody knows anything about Champa other than that he's a fat Beerus.
Fat Beerus, basically.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
But yeah, like, I'm hoping what they end up doing with Dragon Ball Super is they continue the 6 universe thing they're talking about in Battle of Gods.
that'd
Yeah,
be
'cause-
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Because we didn't really get that with what happened in Resurrection F. We
I
just
don't know what
got
happened there. You
Frieza.
do.
It says, "Hey, I'm Frieza and I'm back." That's
Mm-mm.
Filthy
Like
monkeys.
that's really that's the best you can do.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
What do you think, Nathan? You've been awfully quiet over there in the corner.
Like,
Is
what
he
did
even-
I see the entire episode?
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, I found it really entertaining. I was somewhat confused, like, I mean, I had to get Anthony to explain to me on how they're talking about how Majin Buu has been defeated, and I do know who I did know who Majin Buu was prior to watching this episode, by the way. But like I found it really confusing how like there was like Majin Buu was supposedly defeated, and then there was the big Majin Buu hanging out with Mister Satan. But okay, Anthony cleared that up for me. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. I liked it. It's at least gotten me interested in like wanting to actually watch the series, and that's kind of what a first episode is supposed to do. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I'll admit that maybe I found Goku's voice a little weird, but yeah, whatever.
That's how everybody feels.
I actually have no problem with Goku's voice, but that's just me.
I've gotten used to it, but
Yeah.
but I still like it, but I got used to it.
I definitely found the action scene between Goten and Trunks fighting the giant snake to be really entertaining. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I actually wished that they went Super Saiyan just to like
Yeah.
obliterate in like
The
8
only person
seconds.
that was super in this whole episode was Goku for all of a second.
Just
Yeah.
a train. Just a train.
By the
He
way,
was training.
I don't know if anybody else catches or not, but did any of y'all notice that like Goten wore like a similar outfit to Goku and Resurrection F in the opening?
No.
You don't notice that? Yeah, we watched the
I
opening.
gotta go back and watch the opening.
Like Goten like literally wears something similar to what his dad wore in Resurrection F.
Hey, look, Frankie,
It's
let's
a
go listen to the
conspiracy.
song again.
Say God Goten.
Alright, Illuminati confirmed for Goten. But yeah.
I was like, wait, what? What is Goten wearing? Is he wearing Battle of God stuff?
So, I think we're out of stuff to talk about here.
I
Honestly,
give the
though, I really enjoyed the episode. Compared to GT, this is
Light years.
this is better. This is
This
way
is
better
way
than GT.
better than GT.
Yeah.
It's introducing itself properly, and the characters are the same characters that we know and love from like other from the other series. So I give it an 8 out of 10. It was entertaining and really good.
Alright. Who else
Yeah,
I'm
wants to give a
actually
rating?
gonna, despite me being a huge Dragon Ball fan, I'm only gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Nathan?
If only because
Sorry.
He's
not a lot
talking yet.
really happened.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Frankie. I'll give it a 7 too.
I'll probably go with Kara and give it an 8 out of 10 just because it got me into the series, I guess. So, and as someone who's like getting into the Dragon Ball franchise right now, I'm not really sure what to like put it up against. So I guess the best rating I can give it is an 8 out of 10.
Alright, now just to average out your scores, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Because it was really good. I liked it. It had great potential. But at the same time, we don't really know much of anything yet. But I think episode 2 and 3 will be where we'll get a lot more of the in-depth, this is what we're going to be dealing with for the rest of the series kind of stuff.
I'm excited for that.
I am too. All that said, we're going to try, and I'm going to stress the word try here, to do a weekly update on Dragon Ball Super. Probably earlier in the week rather than later, but that'll depend more on the schedules of the 5 of us or whoever's around for it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I look forward to us doing more of these reviews. I'd like to start doing like more podcasting on the anime front because I'm getting tired of Tokusatsu right now.
Yeah.
We could always do Age of Ultron.
Riz really wants to talk and do more podcasts with me, I guess.
Yes, that's it. I've missed you so much. Even I just saw you like last month at Akon.
That was great.
Yeah.
I really liked Akon.
Okay, shameless plug for Akon because Akon was amazing.
It's the oldest running convention in North America. Why aren't you going there yet?
Yeah. Alright, well, we are Anime Declassified, and we will see you later. Like, subscribe, comment, I'm probably missing one of the things here again. I always do. But yeah, do those things, like us, and
Comment, like, subscribe, and have
Right.
fun.
yeah, check us out at animesecrets.org for all your anime, manga, video game tokusatsu needs, and we'll
Don't
be
forget
back
to watch Dragon Ball Super.
every Sunday on a unknown. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. There's no actual simulcast announcement from Funimation or Crunchyroll yet, so you kind of have to Google around until you find a sub.
You have to search for it.
Yeah,
If Funimation
I don't
Funimation will
know.
probably be licensing it soon, so I'm expecting it to be on Hulu very soon. I'm
yeah,
not sure when, but Hulu usually does Funimation stuff, so I
What
don't
could
know.
happen?
There's some rivalry going on between Funimation and Crunchyroll, so don't expect Funimation's licensed stuff
Yeah.
to end up on there. So
yeah,
I would just look for it on Hulu if you want to do it legally. So
yeah. Once it goes legal, we'll keep you up to date on it. But until then, may the odds ever be in your favor in finding the next episode on the internet. For now, we are Animated Classified, and we're heading out.
have a good one. Bye.
Later.
Hey you! Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. You can also check out Anime Secrets on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. Do you want more than that? I know you do. Then go to our website where you can see daily updates and articles and exclusive interviews.